my it's not only the DJ them, right? It's the connoisseur, it's those enthusiastic other ones as well, right? And my heart is full of joy as well when I see when I see the youngs, the conversation that I was having yesterday. Now, see some young people in there. When I say young, I mean like in age, yes, in age, right? And they're in their like late teens, going into their 20s, you know. And then they talk to us, say, you know, how's things and everything, you know, and they say, boy, you know, this, and they're telling me about different music and all that. It's, oh, wish we could do that. Da, 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 da. And I look at them, and you know, when you just you just live vicariously through them, you know. In other words, you wish you could turn the clock back. And we was exchanging, we was exchanging. If I was in your shoes now, you know, if I was in your shoes now, right? And the things that we were saying is, eh, you know, I don't want to share. I don't want to share most of the things, but still, but you know, as we were sharing what we would do when we were young, or the things we used to do when we were young, and if we had the opportunity to do that right now as well, you know, and you know, the youngs are there, they're just looking at us saying, what the hell are these old men are saying? But then you know, they as I've always said that there are times when our young people will never know, they will never know the beauty, the beauty of where they are, what they are, right? Until you hold them and you say, listen, my son or my girl, don't waste your time. Live your life. Live life, right? Enjoy every moment. Enjoy every day, right? Enjoy every day. Ensure that when you reach to your next level, or where you think, say, why, but if I was young, I would be able to do this and do that, and don't, you know, don't live in those those times and sayings of regret. Right? Do what you have to do. Do what you have to do. Right? And the reason why I say to do what you have to do, right? Make sure that you don't have no regrets. At the end of the day, I tried. I tried. I got the best out of it as what I can. I did the best that I can. I did the best that I can. The results of my life are laid out before you. I'm going to tell you now. I'm going to tell you now. In years to come, in years to come, there will be a whole catalogue of events. In years to come, as you walk into the arena of life, there will be a carpet of your past accolades right there. And you will see it on the faces of those who are surrounding you. Be able to walk into any arena with a smile and be welcomed. Be welcomed. I'm telling you. Anyhow. So, you know, it was truly a privilege, a blessings to go last night down there, so right. And you know, right through the evening to the end and beyond as well, you know. It was there. Actually, I do recall I was there and I was returning home at 1 a.m. 1 a.m. And I did. I stopped for a moment, on the street there, even though it was cold, even though it was cold. I stopped for a moment, and my thing is that to just bring myself into a oneness in appreciation, and I give thanks. I gave thanks for life. Thanks for life. Oh, I touch. Listen. Towards the end of that, reaching out and touching some of them past presenters on the galaxy of we.net. Beautiful to see you. Oh my heart jump. My heart jump with joy. I'm telling you. My heart jump with joy to see you. Yeah. Right. So, we're there still. We're there. Grand Risings, family. Grand Risings, one and all. Grand Risings, one and all. What a beautiful feeling that we have, man. What a beautiful feeling that we have as a family right here on the galaxy of we.net. Let me just give you some of this here. Mountain so high. You Jerusalem, no go because the vision accomplished. Just be true for me. Hey, say nothing, I will fulfill all of your wish. Okay, one harmony. But no when I just like your business. I know he needs money. Nothing books up like this. Hey, when the young people so high, them nobody else so deep, and them please just so rough, and everybody so deep. Them mountain so high, them just a steep, and them please just so rough, and everybody so deep. Them mountain so high, and them just so steep, and them please just so rough, and everybody so deep. Them mountain so high, and them just so steep, and them please just so rough, and everybody so deep. We overcome, we now give up it like a flood. That's the dignity, them man go down. We no in the eagle, nor the dragon. Rasta man, him not in another one wagon. I go on anywhere, we know where we born. Yo, keep it, this is what I'm so I them so deep, and them Jesus so rough, and them rivers so deep, them mountains so deep, and them Jesus so rough, and them rivers so deep, and them mountains so high, and them mountains so steep, and them Jesus so rough, and them rivers so deep, and them mountains so high, and them mountains so steep, and them Jesus so rough. Ethiopia, New Jerusalem, now what we call the mission accomplished. Just be truthfully. Still will fulfill all of your wish. Okay, one harmony. I'm not your sister, you're not his bitch. Even though we want.
Where them your mouth and so high, them your body and so steep, and them teeth and so up, and them your mouth and so high, them your body and so steep, them teeth and so up, and them rivers and so deep. Where them your mouth and so high, and your body and so steep, and them teeth and so up, and them rivers and so deep. Them your mouth and so high, them your body and so steep, them teeth and so up, and them rivers and so deep. Ethiopia. New Jerusalem, no go because the mission not accomplish. Hey, hey, not be truthfully. Hey, Celestia will fulfill all of your wish. Okay, one harmony. When you belong, your sister, you love the switch. Although he need money. You know that push rocks up like fish. Hey, when them your mountain are so high, them your valley are so deep, and them trees are so rough, and everybody are so deep. Them your mountain are so high, that's a steep, and the feet is up, and the mountain is so high, and the so steep, and the feet is up, and everybody so deep, and the mountain is so high, and the so steep, and the feet is up, and everybody so deep. Mountain is so high, the valley is so steep.
Yes. As we await our sister's entrance into the station, yes, sir, and then we can proceed with today's programs and information that is out there. Telling you, wow, what a life we live, eh? What a life we live. Up and down, left, right, and center. Dragged from left to right, up, yes, left to right, in and out, everything. We are just dragged in them ways there. Yeah. But it don't mean say that we have to give up on life itself. It doesn't mean that. You know? It doesn't mean that. Right? Today is the 17th of the 11th, 2023. The 17th of the 11th. Right? Means that we have approximately another six weeks to go before the end of this cycle, the Gregorian cycle, you know, right? I'm throwing together, well, I say throwing together, I'm pulling together this program that I feel I'm kind of excited about it as well. I'm kind of excited about it. And as it was said, right, that languages and speaking the language, right, of others, right, means that you are more connected. You have a unification with others, you know. Because like as we go through our time, as we go through our lives, right, we have to. We have to realize, say, that no matter where we are, right, we always looking for that connection, even to be seen, to be recognized, to be acknowledged. We are always looking for that. Yeah. One of the things that I have to say, though, you see when some people they just want to just, oh please, I just want to be alone. I just want to be by myself. I just want to be, out here and just enjoying my time for me. No problem. That's no problem, right? But I'm going to tell you now, if you was in a real isolated situation, and you could be there for a day, you could be there for 7 days, you could be there for a whole month by yourself. But the moment that you see something that looks like you are automatically drawn to them. You're automatically drawn to them. You could be around a sea of people For instance, if you are a African descendant or an African, right, and you're in the sea, you're in the sea of milk, right? You're in the sea of milk, and then all of a sudden, within that sea of milk, a bowl grain of rice, white rice, and the other brown rice, and all of a sudden, you see a next brown rice in the sea of white rice. Automatically, you would just be connecting, looking, seeing. And then, yes, your hand will automatically raise up and give a welcome, welcome, hi, raising in a them ways there. Right? And what will happen is that there will be that connectivity. Even though you don't know that person, male, female, you don't even know that person. But yes, you will have that connectivity. This is why we need to be able to communicate. And what a better way to communicate is by our original language, the language of the homelands. You know, so I'm looking forward to that program that we put together and everything, you know. Right, let me see now. Let's still fingers crossed, because I heard the pop. Am I gonna hear the crackle and the rock and roll? Grand Risings, my sister. Grand Risings.
Grand Rising, brother. Grand Rising. Grand Rising, family.
Perfecto. Well, one way or another, we get through.
We do.
We get through. I'm gonna have to check my email delivery on this thing here, because it seems that there's a delivery problem, right? Because for whatever reason, some of my mails can't find the address which is in my address book. Right? So we don't know. Maybe the algorithms are getting too confusing in themselves. Yeah? Right?
Well,
but we got through.
Yes,
yeah, on another way.
Yes,
right?
yes.
So as we do, we don't worry about the way. We just find a way.
Yes. If it doesn't work in one way, you just look for another, and you just keep going and you keep going, because in some senses, sometimes in life we think it's easier to give up than to keep going.
Yeah.
And that is just a myth. It is actually easier to keep going, because the rewards at the end are greater than the frustration at the beginning.
Right. I would like to kick it off first of all, and this is a warning to all the listeners as well. Again, I'm going to repeat again, a warning to all the listeners out there. Right. There is a how can I say? It's not a cyber attack, but there's been a lot of messages that's been passed around using other people's identification and falsification of phone identifications, right? Through various platforms, whether it be email, whether it be on their WhatsApps or their social media and things like this, right? Cloning of accounts as well, right? So I'm just want to give out this warning, since we are here as the Galaxy family, right? and they're demanding money, right? Even sorry, even yesterday evening, it came up, and unfortunately, some people had parted with some monies as well, right? Due to the goodwill of some people, right? So this, if you are receiving these demands, if you're receiving these demands for monies, right, to help your friend or somebody that you know, right, please, please, please contact them directly. Make sure that you have a verbal communication with these people, right? In preference to just, why, I never know said that things was going so bad. All right, then let me see what we can do, right? And then you're sending it to an unfamiliar account number. Yeah. Do not do it. Do not do it, because there's a whole big scam that is going on. And unfortunately, some of us with our good nature are parting with papers, monies. They are parting with papers and monies. What I'm going to suggest to all of the listeners, and please pass this on, I am suggesting to you all to change all of your passwords. I'm suggesting that you do that, right? Also, all the devices that you have that is within your home, or even within your working area, change all of your passwords on there. If you're not using those devices, delete, right? Your accounts and everything that is lying dormant on these devices. Delete them, right? And change all of your passwords. And you know what I would further do, if it's I won't even say if it's an inconvenience. I would just do it, right? I would change them every month on the outside, if you know, if you can organize to do that, right? And for the immediate future, I would change it every 7 days. For the immediate future, I would say, do this for the next 3-4 months, or next 3 months. Change them on a regular basis. Yeah, because it is happening, and there's a lot of like cloning of phones and things like this as well. And because it's coming into the holiday period as well, right, you might see activities like this on a more regular basis. Charity requests and things like this. If you don't know the organizations directly, do not be putting yourself, don't be registering to something that you don't know. Yeah, do not be registering to something you don't know. I just want to give this warning out right now.
So can I just change the language on that?
Go on there. Go on.
You mentioned demand.
Mm-hmm.
So what they don't do, they don't demand it. It comes through with a request, a lovingly request, and because of your nature, you respond. If it's a demand, you're going to turn around and say no. But it's the way that they phrase it. Often the way that they phrase it makes it seem, it pulls at the heartstrings. It pulls at your better nature. So as Brother Aston said, be mindful of that pull and be comfortable that pull is coming from where you think it's coming from, and the person you believe it's coming from. And
Mm.
if you've got any hesitation, any inkling, and this is one of the times when we need to listen to our gut, listen to our inner soul, listen to that, don't do it now, wait, contact the person and check
Definitely.
it out.
Definitely, especially if it's somebody that you haven't heard from for a long time.
Mm.
Things like this,
Mm.
right? Do not, right? And even if they keep demanding and you can't even contact that person, don't do anything until you contact that person directly,
Mm. Mm.
right?
Mm.
Because what I'm getting is that people have reached out to contact, right, the person. They haven't been able to get through to that person, right? Because like even with our issue of exchanging our emails, right? That could be an indication of there's an issue there. Yeah, right. So therefore, I have to address it. That's why I say I have to address it. See in what way that that the reason why these things are happening. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
because if you can't speak to them, your friend, or indirectly speak to someone that you know that they know,
yeah,
just to see that have they
that's right.
received the same message,
Mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm,
have they had a conversation with that person, or can
mm-hmm,
they contact that person and ask them to make contact with you, if that's the case, if you're
mm-hmm,
unable to get through to them direct because the number you're using is part of the cloned phone. So for me, the last time when we spoke about this, after the show, I was reading and meditating, and I received a call, and I thought I'd recognized the voice. And I asked them whether or not they are the person I thought they were. And they said no, they're from a group which I am part of within the WhatsApp. And they asked me whether or not I'm attending a meeting that very same evening at 6:30. And I said no, about to hang up the phone. They said, no, we're going to send you a link. And just in case you can, but I can't make it. But we'll send you a link. Just tell me, what does the link say? And at that point, I hung up because they were very keen for me to relay. And they did send me something on the WhatsApp, but they were keen for me to relay what it said. And I know that when you get information like that, and bearing in mind our conversation not 2 hours before because of the show, I just locked off my WhatsApp, and I've been off WhatsApp for the last 2 weeks now. I will reinstate it and change passwords, etc., but it's just to be mindful that if someone's asking you for information or to confirm details of a passcode that they've sent you, don't do it.
Yet, I mean, in very similar circumstances, somebody had contacted somebody on my behalf, but it was somebody who was in a different country, right? Egypt. Yeah, remember Imad?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They contacted him, saying that I wanted money, I needed some money and everything. Imad contacted my soon-to-be ex-wife, right? And asked, "Is this right?" Yeah. And they said, "No, that don't sound right." Right. And then she contacted me, right? And that's when it highlighted that something was going wrong. So when I call him now, when I call him, and I call him with a video call, yeah, I said, don't do nothing because it's not me, not me, yeah. So therefore we established that, boy, there's some kind of fraud thing going on. So I said, boy, look on this now. Look at this.
Mm,
This is what's happening. So
mm,
it's not only in your immediate circle, it could be happening all around you too.
mm, mm.
Right?
Just to be mindful.
Yeah.
And it's not only via email, it's now via the other social media that
Everything.
we use, whether it be WhatsApp, whether it be Telegram, whether it be whatever.
That's right. So that's why I'm saying to everybody,
Mhm.
right, to change all of your detail, your access points,
Mm,
right?
mm,
If you're banking online, change up everything.
mm,
Yeah, change
mm,
up all your email, your
mm,
passwords or whatever, however
mm,
you do that.
mm,
Yeah.
mm,
Okay.
mhm,
Right. So it's just a little piece of safety thing.
mm. A health warning
Yeah,
or
yeah,
health reminder.
yeah. Right. As we reach the top of the hour,
Mhm.
we only got 60 minutes left. 60 minutes left for the show that this rising here. Okay.
Mhm,
All
mhm.
right. Right. Any news, any progress within the last 25 hours that you've just been away from my presence?
None whatsoever, other than the fact that we are getting a lot of rain. So
Oh, yeah.
the plants will be grateful. The
Mm,
breadfruit, once it dries, once the rain stops, that would be
mm,
beautiful. I can
mm,
see plenty of ackee on the tree. So once the rain has stopped, the ackees are going to start to full and open. So my belly is going to be full.
you see you. What do we do?
Well, that's
I,
the beauty. That's the beauty about the rain is that you
I'm
can
gonna,
choose
I'm
to
gonna,
allow it to stop you.
I'm gonna come knocking on your door like a Jehovah Witness. Watch her.
That's all right because I got plenty of breadfruit.
Ah,
Plenty of breadfruit, and if
to
you can
flick.
climb if you can climb the tree, you can go get your own.
Ah.
And just as
Right.
long as you bring some saltfish, because
Yeah,
that's the only thing I don't have.
yeah.
And I was thinking to myself, I needed to get some fresh fish, but
Mm.
now is not going to be the time because none of the
Ah.
fishermen are going to be going out.
It's raining. They ain't
Yeah,
going
so
out
they're
for
not
what?
going out. No. Not. They won't have gone yesterday, the day before, and they're
Yeah.
not likely to go today or tomorrow
Mm.
because of the
Yeah.
rain. So yeah,
Yeah. All the
but
fishes
all
ain't.
good.
All the fishes are at home. They ain't gonna come out to play today. I tell you
No,
that.
well, they're probably happy to say, yeah, no one's going to come out to play. They're happy. They can swim around at there and
Mm.
grow big.
Yeah. Yes, nyam, nyam, nyam,
Yes,
nyam,
yes.
nyam. All right, that's good. That's good, man. Sure, you just make me jealous. We don't. What we have here, we got conkers, icons.
Well, acorns make big trees, don't they?
Yeah, right. After about 70 years, yeah.
Yeah, but the beauty of those trees is that you get to
More
they
acorns.
more acorns. Yeah, and it becomes a fun time for children who may collect the acorns. Or didn't you remember back in the day when you used to play conkers?
Yeah.
It's not
There's a
something.
pure mess in the corridors at school.
Yes. You used to think, could you soak the conker in vinegar and all
But
these
no things there.
things? Could you bake the conker to make it the hardest one? And yeah.
Yeah, no. What you do, right, is you get a stone and you paint it looking like a. That's what you do, okay? But don't tell everybody. Don't tell everybody that one.
That's our secret. That's our secret.
Anyway. Oh boy. You see? Tell you, there's many ways how to win a competition. Don't worry about that.
Well. It just takes imagination, eh?
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
takes imagination, and sometimes we allow our imagination to go to sleep, but it does just take imagination.
Yeah. man. Anyhow. Right, so welcome, one and all to the galaxy of the we.net Grand Risings here. What?
What's that? You've got a caller?
No,
or a message?
Say that one's sweet, yeah. Verona. Greetings. One of the watchers on the my assumption is it's still going to be on the YouTube, right? So anyhow, let me give out the number anyhow. 0203-289-6504 to come live to the station. Right? And also, if you want to view us, you can view us live on the Facebook, on the Blacknificent Radio Show, and also on the YouTube as well, on the Blacknificent Radio Show on there as well. Okay, all right. So you can view us on there if you on your devices or TV or whatever. You can do that as well. So yeah. So I put my bestest shea butter on to this rising. Well, ish.
Well, it sounds like you had a good evening in terms of it sounded like you had a good evening in terms of going into a space where you could collectively enjoy the vinyl with others who also had the respect for the space, the music, and those around.
It's
and there's
right.
no isms or schisms.
That's right. Asa G and vinyl article ranks, right? Two excellent personas of impresarios of musical genius on the vinyl business, then, right? I'm telling you, right? And then also to be surrounded by those veterans, collectors, appreciators, everybody's there, and you know we stay already, man. we're vinyl junkies, man. Vinyl junkies. Right? We go into Nerdsville. Right? If ever they did there was a program one time and it was called Name That Tune.
Yeah.
Right?
You better name it in two.
Yeah.
Or in one. Yes.
There's some people there they would name it in none. They would be able to name it in none.
They'll feel the rhythm and they'll think, yep, I know that tune. I've not heard the rhythm, but I felt the rhythm.
Yeah. Even before the other man put the vinyl down on the turntable, they know which one have to play after that.
Yeah. Because there is a pattern.
Yeah.
There is a natural flow.
Yeah.
And as long as you're not fighting the flow, you'll know the flow.
Yeah. But it's a nice vibration. And, you know what, as well, it's the gathering that makes it. Right? I would say it's the gathering that makes it. Those who come there and everything, and and one of the things I do enjoy seeing is that how everybody it literally is there's people from around the world, right? They all come there, and once they are there, right? It's like they're just welcomed straight away, and of course, we all reminisce and things, like boy, back in the day, that we could go left, right, and center, up and down the country, and there's no problem, there was no issues or anything like this. And when we're relating that, and then you see the younger ones, they come and they're going, boy, you mean you just go up to another city and thing and just end up in somebody's front room and we'd be there partying, and then we go to our next house and
you just listened for the music and just walk in, and you'd be welcomed in. If
That's
you had a
right.
bottle, you'd even be more welcomed in. And you could go straight to the kitchen, get some food, then come back and just listen to Tutu.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's just if someone step on your toe, there's a little issue, and then there's a okay, peace, and then you just go back to the rhythm.
Yeah. Yeah.
No lights coming on, no flinging people out of the door, no police knocking on your door, no pulling out anything from the isms and the schisms. It was just
you know, and that when we are relating all of that, and then because that atmosphere has generated that type of thing, anybody and everybody's welcome, right? It's for some of the youngs, they just how can this be? How can this be? And they say, well, boy, this is how we used to be. This is how we used to be. This is normal.
This is how we used to roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you say, thinking nothing of just jumping in the motorway and going up to Birmingham, going up to Bristol, and then on your way back down, stopping somewhere and raving in London, because even though it's daylight, that time the party's just starting.
Yeah.
Just starting. And you think to yourself, man. Yeah. There's plenty of time for sleeping. Let me just rave now.
Exactly. Well, that's when I was young.
Well, that's it. There's at that point, you could do the rave and then go into work and think nothing of it. Well, you did think of it, but you figured, I'll get a chance to sleep because it's Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and then I'll start all over again because it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Exactly. Everybody's on the thing. Everybody's on the thing there, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's how life used to be, man. That's well, I say used to be. It can
still be. And like you say, in terms of the youngers coming in there and just seeing the atmosphere and seeing the vibe and recognizing there's no need for you can't come in here unless you live in this postcode or unless you're doing this or unless you're doing that.
All them foolishness there.
Yeah. Not necessary.
Well, they may think it is, but it's not.
No.
It's not really. But anyhow, you know what? Each to their own. Each to their own. You know? It's like we can't dictate what the next line or next evolvement is going to be. But while we are around,
you can show them. Give them an alternative. Show them how you can live or how you can communicate.
Exactly. Because I mean, even when was it on Saturday? We went down to I went down to Silk down there in Catford, and it was it was celebrating the Earth Strong of somebody that I know. We basically we all kind of grew up in that generation. This you know, so he's a few years behind me, and he's been an extremely popular DJ for many a year, right? DJ Legs. So when I went to the venue right, queuing outside the place right? So take my time, take about 15, 20 minutes to get inside the place. And then when I get in there, it's tight. It's tight up in there. And I'm thinking, all right then, right, take my time, get some drinks, find a little spot. And I'm there and I'm thinking, something, Mr. Jones, you're a bit old for this, I'm looking around, and then as I'm looking around and I'm focusing on other people, and I'm thinking, but we're all the same to we're all the same, And I say, oh, look at this now. And it's let's say he's a victim of his own success. So it was right across the board. The young and the old, we was all this. And I said, kid, wow, look at this, man. Look at this.
So the question I would encourage, and we're having a conversation and you've just given out the number, maybe you want to give it out again just in case anyone wants to get involved in this conversation.
Right, it's 0203-289-6504. And because remember, today's Friday, the 17th of the 11th, 2023. Right, don't get carried away with the 24 yet. We almost there. We're almost there. Right. What we got? 8:12 in the UK. Right. And what's it about? It's about 3:12 in Jamaica.
Yeah.
There you go. Right. So 3:12. Right. So you see the sacrifices our sister is making. Right. She's bleaching through the night just to come and entertain you. Okay.
But you were saying in terms of looking around and feeling then that you were getting too old for this. So my thought is, if you're doing it every week or every strong on a regular basis like you did back in the day, then I'd say there's a question in terms of, can you keep up? But if you're doing it once in a while and you're doing it because you know that the DJ is going to be playing some back in the day tune, he's going to be playing something that you can sing along to, you want to sing along to, something you can understand, rather than some of the remixes and the mixes of the mixes provided energy that I'm not sure how sound it is, because I don't understand it, so I don't know whether or not it's good, bad, or indifferent. But with the tracks that you're listening to, it's a completely different energy. It's a different vibration, which doesn't lead to the argument and the isms and the schisms in the same way. It leads to more so of a love, more so of a vibration, more so of a, I can stand here and I can nod my head because we're all nodding our head in unison.
Yep. The vibrations was nice. Don't get me wrong, the vibrations was nice, right? But boy, sometimes you just say, you know what? Let me just cool out myself, Let me cool out myself. Like even they're two different rooms, but I tell you something, it was tight. It was tight. You just move around and all them things there, Gotcha. For whatever it was, we had there was a good time had by all. It was a good time. And but it got to the time. And everybody made their way home and everything. I assume everybody got home safe and everything, So that was a good thing still. So but telling you, but and then obviously one thing leads to another, and we're back onto it again. Actually, I want to look up something. So if you got something you can share with us, I would appreciate that right now.
So because I'm on my phone, it makes it difficult for me to share anything. I don't know whether or not yesterday's Charlie.
Yeah,
and
that's exactly what I'm looking at, right?
Okay.
Because he called in.
And he was talking about an event that's happening in London, a private event, but if you give your password or your keyword is Galaxy, then you can get access to it. Can't remember where, but I know it's central London. I think it's central London.
Got it here.
Okay.
I think I got it.
Okay.
Center. Let me see.
Just double checking the details, because we don't want to give out anything and send you, any of our listeners, our beautiful listeners, to the wrong location. But whilst Brother Aston's looking for that, again, bearing in mind it's coming up to for some the Saturdays and the Sundays where you're not going into the office or you're not going into the day job or the weekend job, and you want to go or you are going somewhere and you want to promote an event, feel free just to send us a text and we will help promote that for you. You
Let me see that.
I know that there was something that I would have wanted to promote for Black History Studies. There's an event this weekend.
Right. I've got it. I think I got it here. Right. 50 years of African Caribbean funerals in London. Right. Charlie Phillips, How Great Thou Art. Right. Right. Let me see what I can film you.
So I saw that was
English. Did you see that as well?
I saw that on the Black History Studies
yes,
web that came through. So
yeah.
there's something happening Saturday, and I saw that in terms of the funerals.
Yeah. I think that's the one that he was actually, because he did, unfortunately the line that he had
was it kept on coming and going.
That's right. It kept on breaking up. I was trying to get the actual things. I know it's based in the West, in let's see.
I know when I was looking at.
Oh, there we are. That's. I was in Jermyn Street. That's not in Mayfair. He said it was in Mayfair, isn't it?
That's what I thought. I'm not sure. I don't think it was Mayfair. I didn't think he said Mayfair.
Okay, right. I got this one here, innit? Because the Centre of British Photography, which I'm sure that's what he said.
That's where he said. That's what he said. Right. Yeah.
The Centre of British Photography, 48 Jermyn Street, right, which is on London SW 1Y 6LX, right. The exhibition is on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Friday, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays and Sundays, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Okay, right, and this is and you got a phone number here, which is 0207 499 0570, right, which is 0207 499 0570, right. And if we go down there, let me see. Yes, this. I see why you would say that now. Right, it's 48 Jermyn Street in central London. It's located just off Piccadilly. Right, this is why he said it's in Mayfair. So he got his regions off and stuff. It's of Piccadilly, between Green Park and Piccadilly Underground Station, and is on several bus routes. It is 1 minute from the Royal Academy of Arts. Yes, that's correct. The Centre of British Photography, registered charity, blah blah blah, was founded by James Heyman in 2020. Oh, that's pretty recent, isn't it? And opened a major new public space in central London in January of 2023. Wow, it's a new exhibition centre. Nice one. Okay. And the charity seeks to support photographers working in Britain through exhibitions, events, grants, and mentoring. It looks a very nice space, though, I have to say.
Okay.
Looking through
their web page.
Yeah, the pages and everything. I like.
So, what's the name of the exhibition again?
Right. The name of it. Oh, look at this. I'm taking my own private journey.
I can see. That's why I thought I'm going to have to bring the listeners and our family on, because this isn't a private.
Okay. Okay. You know I'm not used to it. Well, then again, you know what? I just make up my own rules when it comes to this thing anyhow. Right. Right. Oh dear. Let's go. Right. Here we go. Charlie Phillips, How Great Thou Art. Okay. And the art is spelled A-R-T. Right. How Great Thou Art. Right. 50 years of African Caribbean funerals in London. Right. Okay. So yes, that would be a good one for us to go and see. Right. And to the exhibition there. Okay, so make sure that you make your way down to there. Actually, let me see the dates of the exhibition is running from the 5th of October. So the 5th of October, right? So it started a few weeks ago, 5th of October, and it runs to the 17th of December.
I knew there was a 17 somewhere, so yeah.
Right. 17th of December 2023, right? So if you have a day and it runs from Wednesdays to the Sundays, okay? Okay, so if you have a time and you want to spend the afternoon and everything down there on the capsulation, and you know something is every time I see this young man, I say young man. Every time I see this person, right, he literally has his camera slung around his neck, or he's holding it in his hand, or he's got that that satchel that he has, yeah, and he's got his camera in there, So at some stage he's capsulating something or the events or whatever, and it's brilliant. It's brilliant, and the art of photography, right? It's not just holding your hand out and taking a selfie.
Yes, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right. Is actually capturing
the emotions.
That's right. Capturing the emotions.
It's just the time.
Yeah.
And an event whereby once those films are developed, the person who's looking at that said image can be transported back in time and can feel again the energy of what has been captured, and can relate to it, or even if they can't relate to it, can question it on a level whereby that curiosity, what does this mean? How is this affecting? So yeah, I've got the utmost honor and respect for those who do record the images that can then be later viewed by others. Because sometimes we take things for granted, and what we saw yesterday and what we recognized yesterday is completely different configuration to today. And they've captured it, they've recorded it.
Yeah. Each of the events that we had experienced over the years, right? And the way how it's been portrayed in many of our videos and films, right? It's amazing. It's amazing. There's a total history in the making, and we I feel we're just taking it for granted that we can capsulate our own personal journeys in preference to the whole, telling the story of the whole event. Yeah. And this is one of the things that we, right, have to learn to tell the stories right? Like just like the griots of time, you know, to bring you into the essence of the time, the space. Yeah. It's not just a case of, oh, look at me, this is me here, this is me there, whatever, you know. Don't get me wrong. Yes, you're important to you, right? But what was happening around you? Yeah. Let's, you know, we should learn to do that as well. Yeah. So,
Yeah. Exactly the same as you were speaking about the music and
yeah.
capturing the time from a musical point of view. We can then also, and what Charlie will do is, Brother Charlie will do, capture it from a visual point of view.
Exactly.
And when you put those two things together, you've just got an emotional explosion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Positive emotional explosion.
Positive. Hey, I'm telling you, what a thing. What a thing.
So we've only got, I don't know if there's anyone's come through with any events or anything that's happening.
But not as of yet.
Okay.
Not as of yet.
I know, like I said, if I look for the Black History Studies, because there's something that they're promoting for, I believe, Saturday.
Also, we have what do you call it? Black History Walks.
Okay.
As well, right? And as I always encourage those, right? If you have any visitors or anything like this who comes visit our place, i.e. England, and you want to show them some culture, right? Historical culture, historical events. There's plenty of things that are happening around, you know, around in London that you can share with the visitors as well. So it's not just the usual, like, you know, museums and things like this, right? But link them with with us telling our stories as well, you know. So like, even if you're going to the museum, you know, like Black History Studies, they do their
museum tour. Yeah.
You know, so if you get the opportunity to be part of that, right, then it definitely worth going on that.
Yes, most definitely. And I think they've got one coming up. But again, if you play a tune, then I can always get my laptop and I can bring up their site and share what they've got coming up.
Okay. Then you go do what you're gonna do, right? Because as life is moving on, I have to share as well, share some other things as well, right? And yeah, so we'll be back in a moment.
Black carpet. Checking out. Only God knows the pressure we bear, the struggles we face every day. Only God knows the heartache and the pain, the stress on the brain, and it shows. Even when I try to do things right, someone's there putting up a fight. And when I try to play it cool, the love and talk staying on the fool. And when I stop, kick back and reflect, if it wasn't for God, they would have stopped my breath. But all in all, I do things with a smile, with a smile. Only God knows the pressure we bear, the struggles we face every day. Only God knows the heartache and the pain, the stress on the brain, and it shows. Watch them I wonder. How me so happy when me step and I go through me ever clean me no crappy. Nothing on me heart me nah no hate for nobody. Them are evil so them lifestyle shabby. I can see what they are up to. They wanna deceive and confuse you. And then they act as if what they do is the norm. But only Jah knows the pressure we bear, the struggles we face every day. Only Jah knows the heartache and the pain, the stress on the brain, and it shows. Only Jah knows. Jah knows. Only Jah knows the pressure we bear, the struggles we face every day. Only Jah knows the heartache and the pain, the stress on the brain, and it shows. Only Jah knows the pressure we bear, the struggles we face every day. Only Jah knows the heartache and the pain, the stress on the brain, and it shows. Only Jah knows, only Jah knows. Every day, every day.
Yes, we're back again. We're
Black
back
carpets.
again. We're back again. Watch out. You want to take over the whole thing, man. Stop your foolishness over there. Anyhow, right. Let's yes, greetings, Verona and Stephen. Stephen, yes, grand risings, my brother. Grand risings. Right. Listen. Saturday. Boy, what a evening, what an event. Beautiful. And I would say belated Earth Strong to a friend of, well, I say a friend and associate for many a year. And I would say he is world renowned. Okay, that means a DJ there, DJ Legs. Yeah, man. As I said when I opened up the show there this Grand Rising, yes sir. Right, there are performers, there are actors, there are artists. Okay, artists. Actually, it's very very appropriate. The theme is running so. You know, Charlie Phillips. Right. Yeah, Charlie Phillips and DJ Legs, artists. Them and there's artists, foundation. And I'm not taking it away from any of the others out there either, right? But right now they're just in the flow. They're the ones in the flow talk at the moment. So have you gained the information?
It was the Paul Black History Walks, which is on Saturday.
Okay.
Is what they were advertising.
Is that the Soho Walk? Is it the theatre?
I didn't look on the detail because if I look on it, then I lose this.
Okay.
But yeah, it's the same walk that that you were referring to.
Right.
And then next week Saturday is the Black History tour of the British Museum.
Okay then. So got the walks this weekend, right? and I'm sure it's the Soho Theaters,
Mm.
Harlem in, if this is, I'm going from my memory right now, Harlem in Soho or something like this, you know. So what happened is that there was a lot of the artists that used to come to the UK,
Mm.
and they used to perform their acts in
Mm.
the theaters over here as well,
Mm.
you know.
Mm.
So yeah, yeah. So you know what? Is when you see the connection and you feel the connection, then you go, "Whoa, okay,
Mm.
then I
Mm.
can
Mm.
appreciate, you know, the steps that we used to go through." You know what I mean?
Mm. Mm.
Actually, let me just get let me get.
Because, like I said, I know the other event, which is the museum tour, and again, that's definitely worth going and looking at, because you're not necessarily going to go to the floors, which if you're going with your school or you're going with a college,
Mm,
or if you're just browsing, there's bits that you, well, there's lots, let's be fair, there's lots that you're not going to appreciate in the same way, and the way that Mark and or Charmaine, brother Mark, or and or sister Charmaine describe, and the additional detail that they provide, it's definitely well worth a visit, just to get that understanding, recognition that, yeah, from an artifacts point of view, from an information point of view, let's keep that information flowing. The artifacts may not be in the right place in the museum in the UK, but let's still keep that information flowing.
and you know something, that is one of the that is one of the things that we have to appreciate as well, right? I would encourage everybody to sign up for that for the site anyhow,
Mm,
right? And it's called the History Walks tour, like Black History Walks,
mm,
right? But they don't only just do the tour in the walking tours,
mm, mm,
right? But they do
mm,
films. They
mm,
do films as well, right?
mm,
If you wish to, I'm sure that they will do a tour. Um, i- if you just want a private tour, I'm
mm,
sure that they would do that as well. You
mm,
know, so,
mm,
and they do bus tours as well,
mm,
right?
mm,
Also, there's a book what he's collated most of the tours that he does around London as well.
mm,
So, you know, it's not a case of that, oh, I have to be there to do that. So if
mm,
you want to share that or take it with you, I know that he's got a book as well, because I've got
mm,
one. I've got a
mm,
copy of that
mm,
as well,
mm,
right? just to just to take you on the streets of London. Let me take you around the streets of
mm,
London, right? And
mm, mm,
Tony Warner's Black History Walks,
mm,
right? So, and that's I think those are based mainly in the London area,
mm,
right?
mm,
Obviously, you know, we've got histories all over the world,
mm,
right? But it's good to do that. Also, when you go traveling as well, you know, you should document some of these historical places as well.
mm,
You know, um, even if you just ask around. You know, what was happening here, and you know, things like this as well, because you know it's good. It's good to just have an authenticity of the places that we do visit.
mm,
Yeah, it's
mm,
like when I went down to Fairfield House, right? Where Emperor Selassie and Empress Menem was residing
mm,
when they were living in England.
mm,
So I went down to Fairfield House down in Bath, and
mm,
for me, it was such an historical and eventful day that I spent down there. You
mm,
know, and as I do appreciate, like even when I go through like on tours through Egypt or any place of historically place, I'm just thinking, you know what? If I was living in those days, living in those times, I
mm,
probably would not even be able to enter these places,
Mm.
you know,
Mm.
like it's like when we go into some of these temples, right?
Mm.
And they say, oh, we're here now, we're entering into the innermost sanctum of the temple, and
Mm.
this is where the priests would do their the
Their rites or purification or
rites of purification, and this is where the pharaoh would come, and I'm thinking, if I was in them days there, I wouldn't even be able to see this type of thing.
mm. Mm.
I'm walking in the places of where people of nobility, right, would be walking,
Mm.
right? I wouldn't even be able to come into the temple.
Mm.
You understand,
Mm.
right? And I'm in full appreciation of that. I'm in so much appreciation of that. I'm walking in actually in places of where years ago I would not even be able to see.
Mm.
Right? I'll probably be standing outside the walls in wonderment of what going on in there.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
If I was able to stand outside the walls, because sometimes you wouldn't even be able to come within the area.
Yeah. Unless you're actually the person you're one of the group of doing the work in order to construct it.
Yeah. You understand? So we have to appreciate the that walk in the footsteps of those who have been before, because if we don't take that time out to do that and to establish our own selves within the history of time, right? To even give acknowledgement to who, what, and where happened, right? It seems to be like you're just brushing aside what was. Yeah. Like even to say, okay, then even to go to Charlie Phillips exhibition, the photography, he's capsulated those moments in time. And I feel that it is important, but then again, that's my interest as well. So, and I appreciate arts in the ways there.
So, I know that his exhibition is around from a photography point of view and capturing funerals.
Yeah.
And isn't it the time when we lose a loved one, depending on how close you are to them, everyone's saying, where are the photographs? Where are the photographs that were taken with the and sometimes there's so many that you have to pick, choose, and refuse. And sometimes everyone's like putting out a shout out, and you're thinking, but there is nothing there because we've never captured it. We've always assumed that person would always be there. We've always assumed. And it's only when you then look at those photographs and you look at the photograph when they came to the UK or when they traveled, because they've often got a passport photograph, and then anything in between in terms of whether or not they've any events with other family, friends, etc., with the children, grandchildren, and you can see the change in time. And then as an individual, you can then appreciate the person on a different level, because what you may remember is where they are at the time when you lost them. And that may be the most recent memory, but it doesn't have to be the only memory.
No. And one thing I always try to encourage, I encourage us to do, right, is have photos. Have photos of your family around you, and get also modern photos, up to date photos. Yeah, because I know there's enough of us who have photos of when we were 11, when we was 8, around the home, right? But we don't have any photos of like where we are right now. So get Get those phones out. Get those phones out. Right.
Yeah.
And get some photos printed.
Yes, print it. Yeah, don't leave them on the phone. Take out the because you've possibly
Get
got.
them
We've all
printed
got
out.
photographs on the phone. Get some of those photographs printed.
Yeah.
Or if you've got someone like I'm blessed in terms of the family and Sharon, she's the resident archive. She enjoys taking photographs. So if I don't have it, she will have it. And what I realized is that when my mother transitioned, is how much she was keen on taking photographs. And I remember back in the day when I would be traveling to Jamaica, she'd always say, bring some film, or can you get this photograph when I'm leaving? Can you get these photographs printed and send back the pictures? And when we were looking for pictures, I've probably only got, I've got possibly half here. There's another half back in the UK. And then Sharon's got another portion. So when we were looking for pictures, we could pick, choose, and refuse. You could almost say there'd be a different picture for every month of every year, type thing. My mother had the eye whereby it's not just the baby photographs.
That's
In
it.
between the baby photographs, you've got the school photographs, but outside of the school photographs, when mother was was able to lay her hands on a camera, she was prepared to hold the camera and take the photographs. And sometimes they'd be a bit wonky, and we'd laugh after that now. But at least she captured the moment.
That's it. Exactly. And yeah, so it's great. It's great when we can just have those moments, have those moments. And I'm not crying down technology or anything like that, right? But also, let's enhance it as well. Let's enhance what we have at the time that we are here as well. So
Well, the disadvantage with the technology is sometimes we leave it on the technology and we don't print.
yeah.
And then if we lose the technology or we upgrade our technology, that memory is then lost in the sands of time.
Gone. Yeah.
So don't leave it in the cloud. Bring it down. Bring it to life. Definitely bring it to life.
Yeah, definitely. Don't leave it out there, so. Don't leave it out there, so. Like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Anyhow. Sure.
So we've not had any calls, and we're coming almost to the top of the hour. Who do we have following us?
We have Dr. Oliver. Calling him Oliver.
I know I was going to call him Oliver.
Jacob.
And I know that's
Jacob.
Jacob. Yeah.
We have our Dr. Jacob. He'll be coming in. Right. And as we was having that conversation, at the end of the thing. He said that I've announced it. I went, okay, then I must have missed that program. That's when you did that. So I know that he's a part of the Ethiopian Orthodox. As he said, he was baptized in the Ethiopian Orthodox.
Okay. So it's Dr. Jacob.
Respectfully, we have to say that as well.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. So, are you looking forward to doing the language?
I am. Yeah, because it's beautiful when you can communicate and you can do it in more than one language. And it may not be, we're not saying that we're going to, by the end of it, you're going to be a fluent in A, B, or C. But what we're going to say is that you can start a conversation and let the other person hear that you're giving it a go.
Yeah.
You want to communicate and you're reaching out on a common platform.
Yeah. So what I'm doing, I'm sort of like trying to regionalize the languages. Right? So we can basically cover most of the continent because like we won't cover all of the language them.
No, not well, not in.
But we'll come we'll on the next cycle, the 2024 cycle, we'll be able to cover most of the continent in a sense of that wherever you go, you'll be able to converse in some way. Yeah. Because like within those places within the continent, there's over 4,000 different languages. And we're not talking dialect, you know. Right? We're talking language.
So that means when you add the dialects on top of that, that then becomes a number that just blows my mind. But languages at 4,000. But then we don't often, or we're not encouraged to think about the landmass, the size, the number of people. And it's not people in a sardine. It's people on a continent with space, land space. We've got our brother who often rings up and will speak about the opportunities out on the motherland, on the continent, which we're not even, some of us haven't visited for whatever reason. And I'm not saying it's good, bad, or indifferent, but within London and or the other regions, just so we can start to hear a conversation or get involved in a conversation.
And as we reside like in England here, we are very blessed to have all of those different languages right on our doorstep. Because you could walk down any high street within an African based community, and you're probably hearing about 20 different languages being spoken right there, sir. Right? So when you walk into there and then you just start talk to them in their tongue and tawa. Your Yoruba is terrible. Where did you learn this?
Guilty as charged, Your Honor. Guilty as charged. But what they will what we're aiming for is that you find a common ground, and as bad as it is, they can hear that you're giving it a go. You can then start to break bread and have a conversation and start with a smile and continue the conversation from there. But they will tell you that it's bad, and they will question, where did you learn that from? Your teacher is no good. Teacher is definitely no good.
Yeah. You know, but anyhow, you know, it's how it go. It's how it go. Isn't it? It's how it go, because it's like as I know that even when I go to anywhere really I've been to, you know, after about a fortnight or so, you pick up one and two phrases and things, and then you greet people, learn how to greet people, and then you know you might have an introduction conversation, and then oh no, that's as far as I go, and then they want to swing and ding in their tongue there, you know, greetings, brother, yeah, and you know, it's one of those things is that it's all of a sudden breaks down that barrier. Right? And this is what I'm asking for us to do. So in 2024 we'll be doing that. We'll be going through that process of different languages from the African continent, right? So we'll be doing that. It just be like a 15 minutes or so, right? Unless you're gonna get those ones who will come in and swing and ding their pronunciations and all them. As we do, we like to show off Fun Galaxy, you know. We like to show off. So we can do that anyhow. That is if they allow me to continue with these programs. Anyhow, we see how far we can extend
we see how
how far we can extend it. See how it will grow generically right across for us. Yeah. All right then. My sister, in conclusion,
we've just had a nice we've had a good conversation where we've been in the flow. We've spoken about the different art forms from the music and the event that you went to, and brother, I was going to say Phillips, but that's his surname.
Yeah, Charlie Phillips.
Charlie Phillips, and the event that he has that's running until the 17th of December. In what's the address again?
German Street.
German Street.
Yeah, German Street.
It's worth just taking a look and just and if you're not able to go yourself, don't forget that the photographs that you've got on your camera, bring some of them to life. Don't just leave them in the cloud or on the camera. Exactly.
Let me just get the details of that event. Oh, sorry. Look at that gone already. It'll be at their. Oh, come on. Where are you? It's gone.
Because you're looking for it.
Yeah. It's gone.
Well, we'll definitely promote it next time.
Yeah.
When we meet. And yeah, it's going on until the 17th of December. So there's still time. It runs from a Wednesday to a Sunday.
That's right.
It's the hours on a Saturday and Sunday are slightly different from the Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
From 11 o'clock, I think I recall.
Yeah. But yeah, check it out. Is what I'll say. Check it out. So that's it from me.
So I'm still
you're still looking to find it.
Yeah, I'm still looking on the area. Here we are.
Found it.
How great that art. That's it. How great they are. And it's at the African Caribbean Funerals in London, right? And it's at their, what center is it again? Oh, come on. Let's go. Oh, the Center of British Photography. Right? It's at the Center of British Photography. So you can go down there, and it's in German Street, which is just off Piccadilly. Okay, you could get down there. It's a free event as well. It's a free event, so get down there. Okay, tell them when you go there that Galaxy send you.
Yes.
Galaxy Radio tell you.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yes. So for Charlie Phillips. Okay. Yeah, my brother. And the thing is that as I stated as well, it was at the beginning of the year that I opened with him on the Ancestral Voices as well.
Okay.
Exhibition. So as we come to the end of the year, it'd be nice. That'll be a good event. Yeah. Right then. So we've reached the top of the hour. I'm going to change over to our brother Jacob. He'll be in. And he'll be taking over right after this note. Yes, sir. Okay? Yes, sir. Remember, yes, sir? Take care now until we meet again.
Rico Berry Production.
Yeah, of course. Them for now say, life is not what it seems. Don't King Order. One mother, one father. Wake up this morning, not even tea upon the table. Give thanks for life because I'm able. That's a lot of strength in me. That's a lot of willpower, such a chat. Yeah, me now. So Jaja guide me along the way. Jaja guide me day by day. Oh, I know one day things gonna change. Jaja guide me along the way. Jaja guide me day by day. Oh, I know one day things gonna change. change. No matter how the struggle might seem rough, we are work hard and we not give up. Come and know one day, life up a sweeter than the honeycomb, sweeter than the sweet cup. Fight, we are fight for survive. No matter how the struggle might seem, we are rise cause we are come.